Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? I have a new book review for you, and that is on Across the Universe by Beth Revis. So let's start off this review with the synopsis of the book. Our two main characters are Amy and Elder. Find out the chapters alternate between their two characters. Amy and her parents are cryogenically frozen. They are to go on this 300-year trip to another Earth-like planet. As the plot progresses, we find out that Amy is unexpectedly unplugged 50 years before their expected arrival. What can only be seen as an attempted murder on Amy's life. Basically, that's where the plot rolls out. Amy trying to figure out why she was unplugged early and the possible threat that more Frozens can be unplugged, including her parents. So on Elder's end, we find that he is helping Amy solve this mystery of who's been unplugging the Frozens, why she was chosen. Elder also bears the responsibility of being the next leader on this spaceship, Godspeed. We find out all the trial and tribulations of his character and all of that. So Across the Universe is definitely more mystery based, definitely sci-fi elements, including, the whole setting and the different kinds of technology in the book. A little bit of romance thrown in. It's definitely not the overarching point of the book for sure. Let's go on with the characters of the book. Let's talk about Amy. Find out Amy is accepted to go on Godspeed as a special request by her parents. Her parents have specialized backgrounds that could help form this new Earth when they arrive. And so Amy does not have any special qualities or knowledge that can help with this new mission. And so she is basically cargo on the ship. So with that being said, Amy is a very normal teenager. She had a boyfriend and friends, but the love between her and her parents were really strong. She's willing to sacrifice what she had on Earth to be with her parents. I thought that was a very admirable trait. She's also a very strong character in the book, very curious and determined, and she's an independent thinker, which are really great characteristics, especially in the circumstance and the setting she's in, and you'll find out why. Amy's character was really great. Let's talk about Elder. He was born on the ship and he is to be the next leader on Godspeed. And so he is apprenticing under Eldest, who is the current leader. Elder, he is very likable as well, very curious. He wants to know all he can to be the next great leader. He definitely has insecurities about how well of a leader he will be. I did feel that Elder was romanticized, which is good and bad. Good, he comes off very sweet and likable and passionate. And there definitely were some gush-worthy moments between his character and Amy, which was all well and good. On the bad aspect, just some specific moments you feel is kind of unrealistic and kind of cheesy. There was this one moment when Amy was bawling her eyes out and she was all snotty, and Elder could not think of a more beautiful Amy. And I thought that was a very romanticized kind of thing, very sweet, but really, what do you guys think? So let's go over the plot of Across the Universe. I'd say overall, Across the Universe is a slower paced book. And so being a slower paced book, I found it easier to put it down. Not to say those slower moments aren't interesting. It definitely eases the reader into the whole setting, the environment, and the characters of the story. There were some really intense and fast-paced moments in the book. They were fewer and farther in between, but there were really big scenes in the book. And they had some surprises and some twists to them. I thought that was really good. What I loved about the mystery aspect of Across the Universe is that Beth Revis gave you a breadcrumb trail to follow. She starts dropping off clues right away from the beginning of the book. What I found really great is you started connecting the dots, and even though things weren't confirmed right away, you did have a feeling of who was behind these acts. And the big question was why they were doing it. Just love the breadcrumb trail, and there were subtle hints and foreshadowing that I really liked. So you weren't completely out of what was going on. So let's talk about the fantastic writing. Beth Revis is a very talented writer. She writes amazingly, fantastically well. I thought Beth Revis's writing had a poetic quality to it, especially how some of the chapters were set up. It was just beautiful. Just beautiful. Let's see if I could fit in themes in the video. Definitely a lot of interesting, thoughtful themes. So one of the major themes in this book is in regards to societal problems and how they can be prevented on this new Earth they are expected to arrive on. The costs and sacrifices to reach this end. So there's a lot of dystopia elements in the book for sure. Those parts of the book freaked me out. And so I thought it was a very interesting read. With that being said, guys, I'm going to give Across the Universe by Beth Revis a readable rating, of course. I thought it was a very well thought of story and concept. The whole environment and setting was well developed. It is a slower paced book, something I'm not really used to in the sci-fi genre. Usually things are exploding every chapter and there's big chase scenes and craziness that's going on. But Across the Universe doesn't play on that kind of action, which is okay because it is only the first book in a series, and it definitely helps the reader ease into the environment of Godspeed. That's everything, guys. I will talk to you later, and have a good weekend. Have a good day. Have a good everything.